Hello and welcome to Let's Play Alone in the Dark 2 on the PC. Here's the introduction movie. Hell's Kitchen, California. Infogrames 1993.
22nd of December, 1924.
Okay, so the story of this game is that a young girl named Grace Saunders has been kidnapped and is being held prisoner inside a mansion called Hell's Kitchen. This man is named Ted Stryker, and he's a private eye who is trying to rescue her. Here is his attempt at rescuing her. I first played this game on the Sega Saturn in 2002. A friend I had at the time advised me to get it because he really liked a game called Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare for PlayStation. Although this game was also released on PlayStation, the two are drastically different games. This is the second in the original trilogy, whereas Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare was sort of like a reboot. Round about the same time, I had a copy of official UK PlayStation magazine, and in that copy was a humorous article or letter which complained that the protagonist of this game, who's called Edward Carnby, looks nothing like the protagonist in Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare, who's also called Edward Carnby. But that was just a jokingly sort of, or rather a joking article, because obviously The New Nightmare was a reboot. The picture that accompanied the article, one of the screenshots of the game, it looked so unlike the PlayStation games to which I was accustomed that I thought this game must have been released on Mega CD or something. But it's just that the graphics of this are a lot more primitive. Although on the PlayStation and Saturn versions, the polygons were textured, whereas on the PC and 3DO versions they were not. So the graphics are a little bit better on PlayStation and on the Sega Saturn. Anyway, so this game is a survival horror game, and it has tank controls like Silent Hill or Resident Evil. Anyway, Stryker's telegram was clear enough. Hell's Kitchen is cursed. Grace Saunders has been kidnapped by One-Eyed Jack. Help me. Stop. I can't stand anybody bothering friends or children. I pressed the 38 against my chest. They would pay for this. Ah, by the way, my name's Carnby. Edward Carnby. Yeah, so it's sort of like an early survival horror game, but it's not really that frightening, not like Resident Evil or Silent Hill or anything. It's sort of quirky, I will say that. People complain about this because the original game was a lot more frightening, and this is more action orientated, but this has nostalgia value for me, so I do prefer this one out of the original trilogy. Anyway, that's that. Here are the credits, which I won't read. Along the way, we have to solve the mystery of why Grace Saunders has been kidnapped. Anyway, we can either begin a new game, resume a saved game, or return to DOS. Yeah, I'm playing the Good Old Games version of this, and it uses DOSBox. You don't have to use the Good Old Games version. You can get an original CD of it like I have, and just install it using DOSBox and play it using DOSBox, but I couldn't be bothered, even though I have with other games like Doom and stuff. But with this version, there's just a Good Old Games version, and I just decided to use this one. Anyway, let's begin a new game. Now, this game intends the player to save and load many times. There are some instances where one has to be pixel perfect, otherwise one will fail. So the game intends one to save one's game and load one's game a lot. Anyway. Yes. Okay, let's begin a new game.
2 days later.
Okay, so we're now Edward Carnby, and he's come to investigate himself. Here's the introduction. Well, not the introduction movie, but a second introduction movie. This is skippable if you want. Boom. Okay, here we go, and we're off. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to wait for this man to wake up and you want to kill him. Now, to fight, hold the space bar, and then if you press forward, you do a headbutt. If you press left, then you'll do left or right, you do punches. Okay, he's dead. If you press down, then you'll do a sort of kick like that, but the headbutt is the quickest thing. Okay, so grab the stuff just by walking over it, and then you get an option. So take or leave. So we've got a Thompson, take, loading clip, take, some other stuff as well. And we have a flask. That will increase your health. Now, you can in order to use the stuff, you just have to press the return key, and that takes you to a menu. Now, if you use the flask, there's no upper limit to your health, so if you use it, then it won't be wasted. So you might as well use it now. There we go. So that gives me 10 more or something health. Sometimes you can actually muck up the animation there, and you can end up with an empty flask, which is useless. If you don't need anything, you have to put it down, but we'll deal with that later. Anyway, let's equip our revolver. So we have the 38. Now, this only has 6 bullets, and then it's useless. I've read an article a while ago that stated that they intended the revolver to be infinite or have more bullets or something like that, but that's not the case in this game. It only has 6 bullets, and then that's that. Okay, now let's save our game. So if you press the escape key, you're taken to a menu, so we can save our game and do all sorts of other things. Now, even in the Sega Saturn and PlayStation and 3DO versions, it still says Alone 2. Even though, I forgot to mention this, the Sega Saturn and PlayStation versions of the game are called, in the UK, Alone in the Dark, Jack is Back. Because Alone in the Dark 1 was not released on the PlayStation or the Saturn. It was released on the 3DO. Alone in the Dark 1 and 2 were released on the 3DO, and I have both of them. But the third one was only released on PC. They might have been released in Japan on their computers, but I can't remember. I'm only going to consider Western releases as, well, in what I'm talking about. So PlayStation, Saturn, PC or 3DO. In America, Alone in the Dark 2 was known as Alone in the Dark One-Eyed Jack's Revenge. Because again, Alone in the Dark 1 was not released on the PlayStation or the Saturn. On the 3DO, it's just called Alone in the Dark 2, and on the PC, it's Alone in the Dark 2. Now, I also have the Alone in the Dark original trilogy box set, which has 1, 2, and 3 in it. That's the cheapest way of buying a nice physical copy if you want these games. If you want the original floppy disk release of Alone in the Dark 1, that will set you back, and the original floppy disk or compact disc release of the other 2 games will set you back. The cheapest way to get the sort of quote-unquote the original games on CD is the Alone in the Dark, the original trilogy, 1 plus 2 plus 3. And the good thing about that is it also comes with the mini game that was sort of between 1 and 2, which is called Jack in the Dark. That's included on the Alone in the Dark 1 disc in the original trilogy box set that I have. It might have been, I think it was only released for nothing as a sort of giveaway, but on the original trilogy, which I have, it's included on the first game disc. Anyway, let's save our game. Let's call this 1, just because I know it's 1. Now, I did that here because I want to show you what happens if you attempt to leave. Yeah, so if that happens, a drive-by happens, and we're dead. And then this happens. Now, we'll get to this place later. You know, this is what happens if you die in the first half of the game. A big man sort of throws you off a cliff, and then that's the end. And then either we have to begin a new game or resume a saved game. So that's why you want to save often. Some people don't like the music of this game. I really like it. The soundtrack is the same between versions, but they sound different. I know for a fact the PlayStation and the Saturn version sound different. And I prefer the Saturn soundtrack. That was the one I originally played, so that's the one I like best. Anyway, you can't open this door. Anyway, so off we go. Now, I think we press the shift button. Or, oh no, if we... On the PlayStation, it's R1, I think, but... Yeah, on this version you have to double press forward and then we run. Now you don't have to do this, but I will do this. It's sort of awkward to aim. Okay, that's 1. 2. Okay, he's dead. That's 3 bullets. Okay. Okay, hide behind here. Let's get... Oh. Yeah, combat... Yeah, I'm dying here. Combat is sort of awkward in this game. I will just get the Thompson out because it is better for this thing. Yeah. Yeah, there's no auto-aim. You just have to keep adjusting until you get it pixel perfect. If you're off, even by a millimetre, it won't hit them. And obviously, the farther away they are, the harder it is to hit the enemy. It's just one of those things. That's why you want to save the game often, because otherwise you will be losing a lot of... well, you'll get very frustrated. Yeah, the Thompson's more powerful. Oh, that got him. Good. Oh, I've run out of needs reloading. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, I'll just do it anyway. Okay, he's dead. Alright, good. Now, these men are pretty optional. You should run away from them, really, but I'll show you where to run. But they're optional because they don't drop anything. Ugh. Oh. Come on, you git. Okay, he's dead. Right, well, yeah, when the green blood comes out of them, we'll explain later why it's green, you know. But when the green blood comes out of them, that means they're dead, so you can stop shooting. Very difficult to see. That was one of the complaints of this game, really. It's just sort of... There we go, he's finished. Okay. So, right, let's carry on exploring. Now, here's another place where I'm going to save, because on the Sega Saturn and PlayStation ones, I've never tested it out on this version, actually. When you step on this grey stone, it's sort of... There's a sort of cheat shortcut to the next area. And when I originally played it on the Saturn, I thought this is where you meant to go, but it's not. Yeah, it's working here as well. Yeah, it's sort of like a shortcut to the next area. I don't understand the point of it. See, this isn't supposed to happen until you do a lot more. We haven't explored any of the garden yet. But I don't know why it's here, whether it's intended to be there, but it's certainly on the Saturn and PlayStation versions as well. So that's interesting that it's on the PC version, because I thought, you know, this is the first time I've ever actually played this on the PC. Whenever I've completed this, it's always been on the Saturn or PlayStation. So that's interesting. Okay, anyways, let's not do that, because that's not what we're supposed to do, really. I don't want to show you that. Anyway, this is the front door, but we can't actually get up there. Okay, we'll be coming to this place a lot later. Here's an annoying guard who won't let us through, but it doesn't matter, we're not supposed to go there yet anyway. Now, we can't do what Ted Stryker did and climb up the windows and stuff, or the porch, so we can't do that. Here's what we're supposed to do. Now, in that official UK PlayStation Magazine article about which I told you earlier, this area, this sort of screen was the screenshot that they used, and the graphics looked so sort of early, not, you know, the PlayStation graphics to which I was accustomed, that I thought this game must have been like a Mega CD or an Amiga game or something, but it isn't. It was a PlayStation game. And that was back in 2001 or 2002, that article. I think I read the article before I played this on the Sega Saturn. Anyway, so what we're going to do now is we're going to... Don't have much health left, that doesn't matter. We're going to choose the push option, because what we need to do, we need to push this anchor statue out of the way. So if you press spacebar, and then Carnby will start pushing. That's it, and then we can go in here. Now equip your Thompson again. And I will just save it one more time. Very important that you save this, you know. Oh yeah, that's a nice screenshot. I think that only happens once, yeah. Oh no, there it is, yeah. It's the same sort of view at the start of the game, if you remember. Anyway, so yeah, this game is very easy to muck up.
Hey, you.
Yeah, so when you hear a voice, the best thing to do is hide by a corner. Ugh. Okay, hide by a corner. Yeah, I'm nearly dead. That's because my health is only 4. But this man should drop a flask. I don't have much health because... I know it doesn't drop a flask. There should be a flask nearby there. Find a photo. We'll look at that in a moment. Yeah, I normally have more health here, but I wanted to show you those other 4 guards that I killed. They took a lot out of me, so my apologies for that. I know there's nothing here. Let's have a look at that that photo. In fact, I will just load the game because it's sort of I don't want to lose that much health.
Hey, you.
Ah, come here. Oh. Okay, he's toast. Okay, I haven't lost that much health this time. Okay, let's get his photo, then let's carry on exploring. The photos in the books in this game, they will sort of tell you the story, so if you're not interested in the story, you can sort of omit these, but they do sometimes give clues. Okay, let's read. Okay, now what is there is, if you notice, that's One-Eyed Jack, and that's where we need to go. That's the goal of this area, the garden. That's where we need to go. But we can't go there just yet. There's something we need to get first. Sometimes there are things hidden by the hedges and things. Let's just save the game again. I am going to do save abuse here because it's quite a tricky game, this.
Hi, guy.
I don't know whether he says hi guy or hi yi. I've never known. Yeah, that's what you want. See, he can't get me. That's why you want to hide by a corner. Okay, he's toast. Yeah, that's a good strategy. That's what you're aiming for when you try to get these men. Get on a corner, then they can't seem to shoot you because they're too stupid. Okay, he's dropped another Thompson clip and a flask, which we will use now. Okay, let's put our health up. Okay, let's save again. Okay, now this thing, when I originally played this back in 2002, I thought this was very bad graphics. I thought that was supposed to be like a health pad that we stand on and it gives us health, because I thought the diamond was supposed to be like a health symbol, like, you know, the Red Cross, but it isn't. But that's what I thought, because I literally had no idea what to do. Anyway, we find a rope. We'll need that later, and we'll be coming back this way later. And note how that's a diamond. That becomes important shortly. Okay, let's save the game again. I forgot to mention I'm going to make these videos roughly half an hour long, like usual. Roughly. Let's get the Thompson out again. Let's see if we can use the revolver, actually, because Yeah, the revolver, I can't remember if I said this, but the revolver, I read an article a few months ago that stated that this game, they intended the revolver to have like more ammo, or maybe even infinite ammo or something, or maybe just infinite ammo at the start of the game because it's sort of easy at the start of the game. But yeah, whatever happened, it isn't like that. You only get 6 bullets and then that's that. You never get any more. Okay, so we come to the crossroads. Okay, save the game again. Okay, it doesn't matter where you go, they all lead up to the same sort of area. It's very difficult to get lost in this place.
Hey, you.
First of all, let's make some enemies appear. Come on. Okay. Oops. Oh good, he's stuck. It's not really that powerful, the revolver. And it's gone. Yeah, so it's pretty useless. No bullets left. Only got 2 bullets of these there. But I do have a loading clip though, don't forget. Okay, he's dead, but I need to use a loading clip. How many bullets do we have? 30, that's quite good. Okay, he's dead. A good strategy is always... He hasn't dropped anything. A good strategy if you meet an enemy in the hedge maze is just hide by a corner, then they usually will get stuck and they can't shoot you.
Hi, guy.
Yeah, hi. I never know whether he's saying hi guy or hi yi. Okay, he's dead. This one should drop something. Yeah. Sometimes they say morning sir, and I've always wondered why are they calling you sir and trying to shoot you. I suppose it's like the police, they call you sir, even though they're, you know, in America at least, they put a gun on you or something. You know, you find a book. Okay, so let's read the book. Okay, this is sort of, the voice of this is pretty corny, so you just have to put up with it.
Crew muster for the 3-master Flying Dutchman. Turn to freebooting December 25 of the year of our Lord 1724. None may know the name Jeremiah Johnson Tecker, but all fear Shorty Leg, born in Cork. He was 14 years old when he freed himself from the shark's manacles, turned 2 cannons loaded with grape shot at the captain's cabin, and fired. The recoil whipped off one of his legs. In 1717, he was found and brought aboard the Jolly Roger by One-Eyed Jack, after drifting for 2 weeks on a makeshift raft. Using a steel cooking pot in the sun's rays, he had taken the salt from the seawater, thus having water to drink. Fish he did knock on the head with his peg leg. Thereafter, it became his weapon of choice. Taken on as ship's surgeon.
Okay, that's that. You know, so yeah, the books will give you story of the game. Anyway, let's save the game. Let's go down here first. I think there's something in there. Yeah, it's a dead end here. That's just part of the background. Don't worry about that. You get to see Carnaby's beautiful face there. There we go, those untextured polygons. In the Saturn and PlayStation versions, as I said, there are textured polygons because they made use of the, you know, the better hardware. This game was released in 1993, so the Saturn and PlayStation versions were 1995 or 6 or something. So they're, you know, they made it a bit better because the PlayStation and Saturn were better than computers back in 92 or 3, whatever. Anyway. Now here's a grappling hook,
Hi, guy.
but we've alerted someone, so let's run away. Wait for him to come, I will save it. Are they coming? Oh no, they're behind me. Brilliant. That's good, isn't it? And there are 2 of them. Wonderful. At least they're stuck there. Right, okay. Let's line up your aiming. He's dead. And Fat is dead. Good. Yeah, normally they come from the other way. I'm surprised why they came from that way. Anyway, what we're going to do now, we're going to use the hook. That should make a hook and a rope. We'll need the hook and the rope later. Okay, now, here, when I first played this, I used to think, you know, I wondered what to do. If you stand on any other... Oh, I love this music. If you stand on any other card apart from diamond, I think it's instant death. This music's quite rare, so I'm going to let this play. But yeah, you have to stand on the diamond card, because that's the one we saw earlier. If you notice, I don't think this is meant to happen, but the surround of the card is black, the others are brown, so it's slightly different, because that one moves. Yes, that's instant death. Yeah, so if you stand on any other card... Oh no, the music's starting again. Yeah, it's instant death. So we have to stand on the diamond cards. Let's do that. And then this happens. Okay. Okay, first of all, there's something over here. Oh no, there's a blue. Oh yeah, just one shot will get rid of him. I don't know why he turns into bubbles there, but anyway, let's use the flask. Okay, good. Okay, something over there. Torn notebook. We'll be using that later. Okay, and what we have to do here is we have to push this. Yeah, I prefer the Saturn rendition of this music. Okay, we take a metallic jack of diamonds. Let's take that. Now, that should have made some sort of... Yeah, some sort of ghost has appeared. We have to shoot the ghost. So let's do that. And you've got 8 bullets though, so let's save the game. Oh, he's sort of stuck there. There we go, that's the end of him. Okay, let's get his pirate sword. We need that for later. And that's also a weapon, but we only use it for a little while. Anyway, we use the metallic jack of diamonds here. And that makes the... You can either climb up there again, or you can... That's made the trapdoor over here open, and you can climb up here again. And this will take you to a very familiar area. Here we are. So that's what that Ace of Diamonds card was earlier. Okay, so let's go back to where we were. They're the crossroads. Okay, we tried down there, but we didn't try up here. Let's try up here. Yeah, there is something behind us, but we'll deal with that later. Is this... Oh yeah, here. There should be something at the end here. Yeah, good. Another loading clip. And that's it. Good. Oh no, is that a flask or something? I missed something. No, I haven't. Good. Okay, there's also a hidden sort of place here. It's difficult to see. I only know this exists because when we come around the other way. Okay, now that's
Hi, guy.
yeah, that's the place to. Oh, out of ammo. Loading clip. Ah. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, this is the place we need to go, I think. Does he drop anything? Melt into the ground. Yeah, he does. Good, a flask. Again, use it now. And we're done. Okay. Okay, we'll be dealing with that place later, because that's where we need to go next. Yeah, in here, yeah, if you notice the hedge is making a scary face there, don't worry, that doesn't do anything. Neither is that anything, that's just a dead end, it just has a funny face on it. I loved exploring this maze when I was a kid, absolutely loved it. And then we're back here again. So, yeah, so that's where the other place from the cards would have led. Okay. So we just came from there, and then we're going back here again. And this takes us all the way back to the crossroads again. So we're there. And that's that. So that's all the crossroads and everything explored. So we've done that. And that's the cards again. Okay, let's go to that place that we saw earlier where I said was the way forward. Let's go and do that now. That's the scary face again. Okay, now get your pirate sword out. We'll be needing this. Now, there are two sort of... vines that will block your way, and you can't shoot them or punch them, whatever. You have to use the pirate sword on them. Here they are. They will hurt. Yeah, so just keep hitting them until they're dead. If you get too close, because the thrust makes me get a bit closer, they will hurt me. But this is, as far as I know, this is the only way to kill them. And they're done. Good. Although I am quite hurt. Okay, so... Yep, okay, that's that. Good. Okay, saber's broken. But we do have a... Oh no, wait a minute, don't we get to pick up the saber? Oh no, we don't, it's just broken. Let me just get my Thompson out. I thought we got to pick up the broken saber. I think that's later, where we get to pick up the broken saber.
Hey, you.
Okay, this is Shorty Leg, about whom we read earlier. Yeah, he's dead. Roast in hell. That's the end of Shorty Leg. And he's left something for us. Page from a newspaper. Take. Okay, let's read the page from a newspaper. Oh no, oh my apologies, we can't read it, we can only, it's a thing to use, my apologies, sorry. Sorry, I'm a bit rusty at this. Maybe we don't read that one. Sure there was something else, yeah, I knew there was something else around here, flask, that's it, let's drink the flask. Now what we do is, if you remember the grey stone on the corner of the house from earlier, where that led us, you know, somewhere underground, pretty much what we are supposed to do to get there, is we're supposed to, if you remember the photo that we... the photo that we saw earlier, photo of the statue, you can see that there's actually an opening here. So we need to do something. Okay, so we need to do something there. So what can we do? I'll just have one more look at it, sorry. Okay, so we need to use the hook and the rope here. I won't use it there. We have to stand a little bit closer. That's it. Again, you have to be sort of pixel perfect here. No. Here we go. There we are. I always think he sort of rotates the hook really fast there. Anyway, so we pull the arm of the statue, and then it opens that up. Now this is the proper way to underground. The other bit was just a weird shortcut. I don't know why it's there, whether it be a glitch or not, but it leads to the same place. Anyway, let's go down here now. I think on the PlayStation and the Saturn versions there's a big cutscene for this, and it shows him climbing down, you know, a ladder and stuff. Not this, but a longer cutscene. That was close. Where am I? Drat, I lost my weapons. Yeah, so you want to use up as much weapon as possible because your revolver and your Thompson is gone now. We will be getting another Thompson later. Anyway, let's save our game. And this is where we were earlier. Now, you'll also recognise this music. When I died and the man was throwing me off the cliff, the music was this. So we're very close to that area now. Anyway, so that's that. Thank you very much for watching part 1 of Let's Play Alone in the Dark 2 on the PC. Hope you can join me for next time. Hope you're enjoying this. I'll explore the underground in the next video. This video was just the introduction and the garden, the first area. So thanks for watching and goodbye.